Hello, Michelle Champo here. I hope you guys can see me. Can you guys see me clearly? Now, I'm going to speak on gun control. Okay, this is going to be 30 minutes long. We're going to start with the basics. Okay. First question to ask a class of police academy students is going to be, why do we need guns? Okay, you have to give 3 answers. I can give them to you now. You guys want me to give you the answers? The 3 answers of why people need guns or have guns or the reason for guns. 1 is to defend from afar, because if you see something coming at you that is going to attack you, okay, we're talking about defense, using guns as defense, not guns as war, attack mode, aggression. Okay, we're talking about defense. Guns need to be controlled because they need to be in defense mode. Okay, so the first one is, if you are going to be attacked from afar, you can stop the attack from happening. Okay, number 2, the second one is, if you're alone and someone is coming to your door and they come inside your home, you are allowed to shoot them if it is in fact your home. There are many reasons that people go into someone's home and they say, this is my home. No, this is my home. No, the mortgage was, I paid the mortgage. All that needs to be clarified. Okay, when people have stuff, you can tell who's been natived. Okay, you can come over to my house and you can look in my room and in my home and all this kind of stuff. What you do is you say, if this is really your home, where are your towels? You ask basic questions. Okay, so this goes into ICE, and everything, because they need to find out who has been there the longest. Okay, and where did they come from? And what makes this better? What makes this place better than where they were at? And was it earned? Because it's not going to be as enjoyable if it's not earned. Okay, if it's a true human being that is allowed to be on this planet, then they will simply know that they won't enjoy it. If they enjoy it and it's not theirs and they know it's wrong, that's when the death penalty can go into play. Okay, so the third one is going to be for animals, to kill animals that are running around, but you have to have certain guns for these type of things. You can't just, it's not one, there's a gun, I'm sure that one gun fits all. You say animal, and you can paralyze it and then call animal control. Then there's another, you can click the gun and actually have just a bean bullet, okay, or a rubber bullet that can be a warning to them. Okay, and there's other bullets that it's bullet control too. People can have a gun with no bullets. Okay, it's about the feeling. Okay, so the feeling of having a gun and owning a gun is super important. It's a feeling of safety, but it's also when you own a gun, you have to take full responsibility for that gun. If you leave your home and your gun is in your home, and your home is not protected with a security system, okay, that calls the real police, the real police, if it's not secured and your gun is not in a place of safety where you know it's at and someone else gets a hold of it, then you are held responsible for that gun. These are super important things to remember before going to these gun stores or to pawn shops even and buying these weapons. Okay, and these weapons are being used. Okay, also, you have in the state of mind that people are in, we are in a crisis. I still don't understand why I'm staying calm, because that is what I was raised to do. I was raised in an emergency, stay calm. But don't have fun and go out and party, but act appropriate. Okay, but keep in the back of your mind that we are in a state and we are in a crisis. Always be prepared. Always have stuff Always have and know where stuff is at. Okay? You need to be around people that have the same mentality, okay? If there's one person if you're with someone who just doesn't care, and all of a sudden you guys are trapped in a room together with one candy bar that's that other person's candy bar, what do you do? And what if that person goes into a coma if they don't get the sugar that they need in their body because that other person wasn't responsible enough to bring their own snack? Okay, these it sounds silly when I talk about snacks because it sounds like I'm talking about young kids and all that kind of stuff. Oh, snack packs and all this kind of stuff. We still eat snack packs where I'm from. I even eat snack packs to keep the inventory flowing through the distribution of the sugar that is needed for my people. Okay? So now defense. Okay? I don't know the inventory on, first of all, the inventory on people needed to be taken. Then the inventory on guns need to be taken. Now, there are radars that can detect iron and steel and all this kind of stuff, okay? But it hurts certain people if you guys have iron or steel in your bodies. Let's say you swallowed something. I can swallow a bullet, right? And what if they have a magnet that's pulling that's trying to suck all the bullets up, and that gives me a hernia and pulls my stomach. Okay, so we have to be super careful with all this kind of stuff. Now, in regarding, I'm going to divert a little bit, but regarding consumerism, we have to keep consuming because there are people still having babies, okay? There are little ones that are going to be around to actually be entertainers for you guys. Little kids bring bright lights and bright feelings to people. Little kids bring reason and rationale, and it grounds people and it reminds people that, oh, that's right, there are little children around, let's act appropriate. Okay, and there are certain times and places for certain things. That's a known saying as well. Now, with consuming, it's about recycling. We are all here. We are all in this together. Okay, so you guys have to think of that's why look at the clothes that are being handed down and handed throughout the cities and going into all of these stores for people to reuse. Okay, so everyone has to try to stay innocent so that no one says, oh, you're wearing gray and black and that means that we're in prison now. Okay, so there were prison colors. You guys know about the color orange and all that kind of stuff. Now, and we have to get together on all of this because even when throwing things away, okay, it goes somewhere. I had an idea or thought that first I thought they had a robot that scanned and kind of scanned through things and made sure that there were no dead bodies in all that rubbish. And I also thought that most people are recycling cardboard, but the cardboard can actually hold viruses. Okay, so the mildew and the mold, the moisture, okay, it can hold all that kind of stuff. If you guys throw a milk container away and you don't rinse it out and you put it in the recyclables, we are recycling clean things. You have to rinse your bottles out. You can't, otherwise the ants are going to get all in there and it causes more pesticides to be needed, okay, which we are trying to avoid because pesticides cause a lot of pain. I had to, unfortunately, I was forced, it was by force, and I had to use a certain chemical on the lawn, and it almost killed me, okay, because it was almost like antifreeze on the lawn, and when you inhale it goes in your lungs and it's antifreeze, but the problem is all the air around it too. So we try to keep the air flowing. The ocean air and all that kind of stuff is all good, but the salt and so that's why we have to pick up our trash. If you eat a candy bar, hold on to the, and or hand it and say, do you want it? Do you want it? What do I do with it? Grab a tissue and throw it away later, okay? But don't forget about it, because what I'm working on, I found flying red ants, okay? Now, how fun to give these guys, if you guys want to work on target practice, okay? Then, and if you guys have beef with other people, why don't you guys get it set up, and go paintballing, okay? And go shoot each other with paintballs. Take your anger and aggression out, and then talk it out psychologically with a psychologist of why you're mad at that certain person. A lot of these issues have to do, unfortunately, with cheating. A lot of people in certain age groups, even older people, tend to do that kind of stuff. Now, cheating, it's not just about physical cheating, okay? As in, sex cheating. It's about, because a man can cheat on his wife by going and eating every day at a certain place and getting medicine and getting shots and getting vaccinations, staying healthy, and then going home and she's just there just rotting away. That's cheating, okay? And so that's equivalent, and that is actually a form of abuse, okay? And vice versa. Women leave their home and their children, and the women go and they eat and they have all this food, and they don't bring anything home to their kids, and the kids are starving. Okay, that's cheating. That's a form of abuse, okay? Now, sorry, I'm trying to get it all out as quick as I can. And so back to gun control. Now gun control is, don't ask me about my personal story about cheating or anything like that, okay? I have a lot of morals, good morals and good values. I know I sometimes might come across that I don't, and in the actions that I have taken, I've actually been just trying different things to try to understand why people do the things that they do, because sometimes it racks my brain. Like, how can you, it blows my mind. And so it goes into chemicals, it goes into attraction of chemicals, it goes into magnetism. Okay, so now with gun control, we have to have a full inventory on everything, right? Now, some people, their guns are part of their bodies, just like a woman's purse, just like someone's keys, just like a man's wallet. It's a part of them. It will not ever not be a part of them, okay? And if it doesn't get done psychologically in an office, in a psychiatric office, to detox and to learn how to be without that certain item, then we are going to have attachment issues, okay? So the word is attachment issues. Some people have attachment issues to guns, okay? Now, this guy, the recently shot people, what happened was, if he wasn't attached to a gun, okay, but something bad happened, maybe he lost something he was attached to, and he went and he got something and he went on a rampage, okay? I don't know the full story yet. It's yet to come. Back to gun control. Now, there's no reason, okay, for these people to have guns in their homes when they don't even know where they're at. They haven't even shot them. The problem is, it's going to hurt them more. I'm more concerned not about who they're going to shoot, okay, but about their hands and what they're going to shoot off of their bodies, and they're going to be crippled the rest of their lives, that which is not a life to live. And there won't be as much pain medicine. I know people think, oh, we could just take Oxycontin and Vicodin and we'll be fine. No, that stuff is going away, okay? So that is all being controlled substances, and it's going to start being watched very carefully of where it goes, whose hands is going to, because people are going to start to do that even with food, right? So if we're in these crises and people are homeless and they're looking for homes and food, how are you going to defend yourself if you don't have a gun? Okay, you're going to have to physically fight them off. Who's healthy enough to physically fight them off is the question, okay? So the people that should have these guns next to them are the bedridden people. Sounds kind of funny, right? But the people who have bad legs, who have bad pain, who are in bed or on the couch all the time and can't really move, they're the ones who can be holding a gun if these people come in looking for some cereal and all that kind of stuff, okay? Now it's the type of bullet that goes in, so there should be a gun made that has each bullet get a rubber bullet, and the lead bullets I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna cuss. The lead bullets are bullshit, okay? Because lead is heavy, okay? So even on an airplane, if you have lead in an airplane, it's not going to go anywhere, okay? And so you guys want to ask, where does lead come from? And lead actually comes from the ground, okay? Because it's so heavy, it pushes, okay? Now, the thing is, there could be a bullet. If someone shoots a bullet. The good news is that I'm hearing the guns that are actually hitting their targets, okay? And it hits them even if they're wearing a bulletproof vest, it hits them, okay? Now, the thing is that there are going to be situations where their bullet is going to be, boom, flying in the sky or not hitting the target, and it's going to hit someone else, and then that person's going to get in trouble and say, I didn't mean to, I wasn't aiming for you. That's my story. I wasn't aiming for you. Sorry if it hit you. Not my fault. The silencers are another problem, okay? So I'm going to go ahead. You guys go take a break, okay? We're on 17 minutes, so have a nice day. I'm Michelle K. Champo, Gun Control.